Huawei P50 release date and price. The only news in terms of when the Huawei P50 will be announced says that it will arrive in the first half of 2021. That's both vague and expected. But we can take a very good guess, as both the Huawei P40 and Huawei P30 were announced on March 26th of their respective years, so March 26th of next year seems very likely. Admittedly, the Huawei P20 was announced on March 27th, but around that time of year is almost certainly when we'll see the P50 range. We'd expect the phones to then ship within 2 weeks of that date, if not sooner, based on past form, so you should be able to have the Huawei P50 in your hands by early April. As for the price, that again is unknown at the time of writing. But the Huawei P40 launched for £699 per 1,099 Australian dollars, around $900, so the Huawei P50's price might be similar. Of course, that's just the base model. The Huawei P40 Pro cost £899 per 1,599 Australian dollars, around $1,100, and the P40 Pro Plus was £1,299, roughly $1,570 per 2,500 Australian dollars. So expect prices to rise steeply for the Huawei P50 Pro and Huawei P50 Pro Plus. And as with the P40 range, these phones almost certainly won't land in the US. Design and display. Not many images of the Huawei P50 range have emerged yet, but we have seen the render below, which supposedly shows the Huawei P50 Pro. It shows a curved screen, minimal bezels, and a single lens punch-hole camera in the top center. You can also see power and volume buttons on the right edge. According to the source, the Huawei P50 Pro has a 6.6-inch display and an overall size of 159 by 73 millimeters. That would make it almost exactly the same size as the Huawei P40 Pro. The source of this image and information. Specs and features. At the time of writing, we haven't heard much about the Huawei P50's specs yet, but based on past form, it's probably going to use the same chipset as the Huawei Mate 40, specifically the Kirin 9000. This is the company's first 5nm chipset, a move which has led to an improvement in performance, as you'd expect. We've specifically heard that the Huawei P50 will use this chipset, but previously we'd also heard from Huawei that due to the ongoing Huawei ban, the company would stop using Kirin chipsets, as it would no longer be able to source components for them after 2020. So we're less sure about the chipset than we usually would be if the latest report is accurate and the P50